Let's get my normal voice on here. What's up, y'all? Saturday evening here at Sky's the Limit Smoke Shop. We got customers. Let's see, where's Bro at? That was easy and quick. Yeah, we on duty. How's everyone doing? We feeling good today? Y'all staying warm out there? There's Roger stepping in hot. Ooh, fade that out. All right. Giving you just a quick report from East Los Angeles. We'll be tapping into some things. Salute Diesel. Yep, got that work done. Sounds good. Congratulations on that. There's DR Doc or the Doc. Yep, cold in the Carolinas also. I would imagine, mentioned earlier on the live, it's up in the 70s today. 75 yesterday. Felt a little bit cooler today, but still very warm. Look, I'm in a shirt, got shades on. What's going on? Seems like summer's here early. There's Tracy. Ah, Jukebox Hero, huh? By Foreigner. Yeah, this is another Carl Casey track off of what is it? Spotify. And this track's called The Guardian. So salute to Carl Casey for making these tracks copyright free. And there's Deidre C in the place to be. Mic check 1 2. Yeah, quite a bit going on. I mentioned earlier also, if you missed the live, we've been somewhat keeping up with the fire situations. Of course, when they were happening, you know, it was a thing to follow for us here being nearby. So, and I've been, kind of keeping an eye on certain things having to do with the fires. And there's certain channels that we've shared out that stay really on top of those situations. One in particular, and we've shared it here several times. Maybe some of you have gone over and subscribed. There's Brush Junkie here, and check out these recent latest video posts from her. Very interesting titles, and I'll be checking those out for sure. So, topic we've been touching on: rising plane crashes, real or hype? And our little camera wants to activate. Let's see. All right, good. And then under that, floods, natural or land grab. And I'm sure that was touching on the recent floods that we had here. We had it was like one solid day of rain, and that caused havoc in a lot of places out here. Luckily out here we got a little bit of flooding that we typically get outside of the shop here when it rains. And that did happen. Still, after those repairs, we had like repairs going on the previous years. new street, which we appreciate and everything, but we thought that issue, the flooding issue, was going to be resolved. It gets a little scary sometimes, especially when it rains hard. We had a few leaks over at the asylum, the facility next door. Those got fixed, but when those got fixed, we ended up with a couple leaks here in the shop. So I think they might have patched that up already, or they're supposed to. We'll see. I haven't noticed anyone here since they did the work over at the asylum. And over at the asylum, we're getting some more artwork done outside. We showed some of the guys that are there painting at the moment. I think they might be wrapping things up for tonight, but yeah, what was it? Jose Cuervo, was it? Yeah, Jose Cuervo tattoos over on Instagram, and his cousin Wolf, who is resident over at the asylum. And so yeah, check these videos out if you want to get updated on what's been going on out here and some of the information coming across Brush Junkie's way. And she also her main thing, bless you, bro. Her main thing is the fires. So she's been covering the fires uh, from several years back. And now that we've had these recent fires here, she's been covering that as well. So super good channel, I think, to get informed on what's been happening out here. So check out Rush Junkie. I'll be checking those videos out later. And yeah, the airplane issue, definitely something we've been touching on. And there's Jessica Jones. What's up, Jay? Good to see you. There's Digger Dog. And what else? Fires. Yeah, so there's still been fires popping up. I guess we could call them our typical fires. You know, there's a lot of fires from like homeless, a lot of arson fires that we get typically in the city. And since these fires, I think, have been happening, I'm sure a lot of people are more paranoid and aware that fires could be very destructive. And, you know, the fires have been a topic also with the old world subject. We've been touching on that. And it's interesting. I like to bring that up because it could have something to do with what's going on now. You know, keep that in mind. Maybe some of you are already thinking that way and maybe digging up information pertaining to that. And there's Latchkey Hustle Salute. And I'm glad Latchkey touched in because Latchkey posted a video recent. I think it was your latest video, actually your last two videos as well. There was one with I believe it was a jet crash or something like that, and you spotted an object in the video, which was very interesting because we've been talking about again these plane crashes, helicopter incidences that have been happening. Some even having to do with the military. We did a show on that, touching on the military and some of the accidents they've been involved with as of late. And there's Juanito, Area 50 Juan. What's up, Juan? Good to see you, Pappy. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the weekend. And so, yeah, you know, that's been a topic is these objects. I mean, even this past couple years, you know, everything from aliens landing in Vegas and Miami and Peru and a lot of activity everywhere. Seems like with these UFOs and a lot of talk within certain nations and governments and stuff like that. Even here, and there's Garrel. What up, Garrel? What up, G? What's popping? Yeah, that was gnarly. So that was in Alaska. You know, we had a recent plane crash in Alaska, pretty bad one with 10 people lost there. And so we know that these objects, speaking of UFOs and stuff like that, that they fly near planes and near a lot of things that are up in the air. And you would imagine that because these things are up in the air too, but we know they're underwater. What's up, bro? We got the homie right here. Hold up. Oh, yeah, hold up. Right on, bro. Handled that. We had someone just walk in right now asking about trucks for skateboards. The homie. And so yeah, we've been questioning. I've been questioning. I know some of you've been questioning that lately as well. And yeah, even going way back, there's a lot of stories of uh, pilots having sightings, people, passengers having sightings, people up in the air having sightings of these objects. And so it's been making me wonder with all the plane accidents and different accidents going on. Possibly, I mean, I wonder if these objects are around. Um, there have been objects spotted, even just last year, several objects spotted near planes or airports. So it seems to be a theme of them being around these areas, also airports, bases, you name it. And we've been touching also on the coastal areas here in Southern California. You know, there's rich history with UFOs, ETs, and all that around here. So I've been just going down these rabbit holes and seeing where they lead me to, and just sharing information coming my way, and also sharing any experiences along with any documentation we may have. We know you will, you know, we love to go explore these spots, you know, areas that have history or had recent occurrences, and even occurrences in the past. I'm interested. I want to go look at these spots, and there's a lot of them out here. So we've been going to places like Malibu, Catalina Island, and statistically, there is 80 to 100 plane crashes every month. Whoa! So that's a whole lot, and I would imagine that's maybe worldwide. So the thing would be to look into if these recent ones, or is there a recent statistic showing that maybe that number has spiked? I wonder, because you know, with things on the internet, uh, things could uh, catch certain traction, and then all of a sudden it takes off, and it's like the title of Brush Junkies video there. Is it like, you know, is it just hype, or is something really going on? And in my eyes, I think something really is going on, because it's been almost back to back with accidents and incidences lately. So, and where did I want to go? Let's see. We could go to. We've been checking out Catalina lately. Since we mentioned it, we could go ahead and pull it up and take a look and see what's popping out there. Beautiful Catalina Island. It's looking a little murky, actually. So yeah, I've been looking into that, and all of a sudden, you know, Latchkey posted that video of that particular jet accident, and I was like, whoa, here we go. And then his latest video, he posted, I think it was a recent video released, and it might have been some, I think it was some pilots that experienced, and I don't know if they're military or not, but this object, and I do believe at the moment it is real. It zooms right by the aircraft, and you get a pretty good look at this thing. It looks almost like a black bullet. It looked like a bullet shape, almost like a pill shaped object to me, and it just like zips on by. And I haven't gone in too deep on that whole story, so I don't know exactly when that happened, but I believe that story broke a couple days ago, if I'm not mistaken. And very interesting video. So check out Latchkey's version. He shares some of his own clips along with that news clip there, and well done there, Latchkey. Super cool video, and definitely keep up the good work. And I'm feeling uh, what you're explaining and what you're experiencing. I'm definitely on board with you, and hopefully we hear more from you. I think we might. And Gerald told me a little something, so I'm excited about that. I think I got to keep it a secret for now. And so, yeah, one of the typical objects we get around here are these what we call fast movers, the dragons. We've been talking about them a whole lot and recording them and sharing them with you all. And we've been encouraging people also to get their own footage. And if you don't have a camera to do so, or you don't have the means to do so, you could always go online and check out videos. We've recommended checking out air shows, but basically anything. I mean, Latchkey has done videos on, I think, dudes like in parachutes or just other stuff other than aircraft and stuff like that. And these things are showing up as well. So very interesting. And some of the strange things these objects, these particular fast movers do is pretty incredible. I pulled up a kind of like a breakdown clip that I'd like to do on these videos. And we've also talked about the military activity that flies around here, the shop. We had a few flybys just the other day, made a little short video out of it. And at first, I didn't think I captured anything, those three little video clips, but I had to do some zooming in and I was able to spot these things. So, again, if you do take a video and don't spot anything, maybe take a little deeper look and you might be able to spot something, especially if you have uh, this type of activity in your area. And it seems to be everywhere too. So it's not just here. Uh, you know, there's people over on the coast getting it, people towards the foothills of the mountains getting it, and they're getting it from other places too, other states, other countries. And we're talking these fast movers. And with these fast movers come the others, kind of like with Bigfoot, right? Bigfoot, it seems to attract other things too. It's weird how these topics kind of work out like that. Down the rabbit hole we go. Let's see. Deidre saw that Bigfoot dwarf, was curious about with what's going on to warrant a flyby. Yeah, in that video I posted thinking there wasn't nothing there. I titled it just a flyby. And then I went through it later and was able to spot something. I had to zoom in. And the thing is, sometimes right as soon as I hit the record on the video or on the camera, these things are already going by immediately. Sometimes it'll take a little longer during the video, but usually within the first like 30 to 45 seconds, usually I'll spot something. And it's kind of weird how that happens. But is anyone else capturing these things? I know Diesel gets a lot of strange. Yep, we talked about yeah, there you go. Diesel gets the rods. I know Midwest Night Watchers, they get a lot of those rods too. I've captured some of the rods. Actually, I had a video that I had loaded up, but didn't share the other night. And I believe there's some rods in that. And there's a lot of videos that I have to go through that I've been going through also, like older videos, and just keeping an eye out for these types of anomalies as well. And on this particular video, I spotted some. So let's check that out really quick while we're on here, because I've been forgetting. It's been loaded up here for a little while now, and every time I I jump on here, I forget to share that. So Let's go ahead and do that. Boom. So some of these might be bugs at first. You'll see a few things zipping by. I'm not sure, but there's one coming up here that I did slow down right about here. Boom. Not sure if y'all spotted that. I'm sure Latchkey and those of you with trained eyes, and I let's see if this loop. I'll go ahead and get that loop, man. Here we go. And this was on the actually on the property. Boom. So I'd slowed that down there, and it reminds me of one of those rods. I think I had taken a picture. I haven't shared that yet, but it had those like almost like those swirly wings that y'all capture. Uh, and I think those you might call skyfish. I get a little confused sometimes, but the skyfish are the skyfish. The rods, I might be. Hopefully, we're not confusing people. But I get a little confused with those sometimes. The rods seem to have been out of the scene for a while. You have to have been around maybe in the late 90s is I think when I remember hearing about them, or early 2000s. But the rods that, rods should come back for sure. Keep an eye for the rods. Keep an eye out for the rods for sure. Yeah. So we got that. I'm sure hopefully someone will do a slow down breakdown, maybe find a little more from that video clip. And of course, when I was in the woods there, anytime I'm in the woods, I'm always in the mind keeping an eye out for the Sasquatches. So I'm sure I had that in mind there, and maybe we had some weird objects zipping around. And that's not the first time that happens. We've had that weird little objects pop up many times in the woods, and it makes you wonder. And there's got to be more because they say what the human eyesight could only pick up so much, right? Spectrums of light and stuff like that. So there's got to be other things that we're not seeing. And before I forget, on the stream earlier, I went live on the phone just to say what's up right quick. And I talked about two incidences having to do with the fires out here. And they were pretty, I don't know, they got my attention for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and show that. And for those that don't know, there were strange anomalies that were, I guess, witnessed and recorded during the fires. We've shown some clips of possible UFOs, strange objects zipping around while the fires were happening, both here, I mean, up in the Altadena and in the Palisades. So don't forget about that. And so just kind of keeping it within the topic there, so there's a few streams where we kind of went a little deeper with some of the information we've heard about the Southern California areas here, things going on underground, underwater, up in the skies. And very interesting stuff, I think. So I'm going to keep those things in mind while I'm still out here. And what am I going to pull up here? So those two incidences with having to do with the fires. Let's see here. So not sure if you heard about this, but at the moment there's a manhunt, as you can read here. Who's this? This is Fox News. Manhunt underway after wife named as suspect in SoCal fire captain's brutal stabbing death. And this happened over in San Diego area of Southern California. And the lady, the captain, was from some of the information I was hearing, was also here during the Eaton fire, which was the second big fire out here, and was there helping and I believe doing what she does. And soon after that, that's been about a little over a month now. And according to news media and sources out there, is that the wife, it's not the first time the wife had done time for offing her husband. So, and there's a few YouTube channels that have covered this situation at, that's been happening. This was, I think, last week, if I'm not mistaken. So it's been about a week now since this happened. But yeah, something I thought was well, scary that the lady's out in the run right now, and sad at the same time that a life was lost in this manner. Another thing that happened, because I do tap into some of the news sources online, and yesterday, let's see here. Let's go ahead and just share it. The video might pop on. I'm not trying to play the video, but yeah, the mayor removes LAPD fire chief Kristen Crowley following LA fires. So the fire chief, Kristen, uh, is no longer the fire chief for Los Angeles. And there was like a press conference yesterday. I checked it out. And yeah, so two women in high positions no longer with the fire department. And so just a little update on that on those situations there. And any other news with like fires, let me know. I'm super interested for sure. And we'll be watching for anything else that happens, anything else that, pops up. I'll be sharing with you all here. And let's see where we're going to go next. So we've been talking about these objects near aircraft. We've recorded quite a bit of these objects, and it seems to be that they get very near aircraft and other objects. We've shown that before, so I pulled up some clips to give those that have no idea an idea of what we're talking about. And here you can see the tail end of a commercial plane and one of these objects zipping by, and it seems to go right above the tail, at least to me. And that object there happened to split into, it seems to like fragment. And I believe Latchkey, you've shown that before in your videos, and several others as well, like Custodian File. And I hope if you're interested in this stuff, Custodian File really zeroes in on this stuff. So check that channel out for sure. And yeah, so I wonder, of course, what these objects are and why they're zipping by so close. And we have our theories. Some theories have been kicked around. And there's some of you out there, and I got a message today, even from one of our fellow followers, Hiawatha. Salute to you. And Hiawatha, was checking out the recent short video where I showed the recent flyovers of military craft here, and we spotted some of these objects, which is pretty typical. And there's times where they don't, show up, but We've also captured swarms of these things zipping by, which is really weird. And so, are these things affecting? Could they affect aircraft? Could they affect us? We've talked about some uh, friends of ours, but one of Butcher's friends explained that he felt like one of those things zipped really close by him and kind of tripped him out for a bit. And some of you others have shared some close encounters with some weird objects, and it wasn't all positive. And actually, there was a recent friend over at the asylum that came over to the shop and introduced himself. And I guess I don't know if my brother mentioned to him that I'm all into this stuff, and he began sharing some of his experiences. And he talked about this one particular experience. They were out in the valley here, and an orb. He said like a bright green orb entered. They were driving, and I believe they were on the freeway, and the orb entered the car, and they seen it for a bit. And it's not the first time that I hear of orbs entering cars. There's one that I've heard. It was up in Oregon. A man and his son were driving on a highway as well, and an orb entered the car and went through the man's chest, and it wasn't good. Um, he did survive, I believe, but yeah, so interesting and weird. And Hiawatha mentioned that these things feel demonic for whatever reason. And I've heard that theory before of certain UFOs uh, being demonic, certain ETs, grays, and stuff like that, reptilians being of a demonic nature. And as of late, there's also people talking about that there's good ones. I don't know. We've also talked about the us humans, being having reptilian traits. We went in on that on a live, and what's up, Kent? We got Kent and Molly in the chat now too. What's up, everybody? We're just hanging out a little bit here while we're at the shop. We'll be wrapping up at about 7 p.m. I think my brother will hang out probably a little bit after 7 p.m. tonight here. He usually does that on certain nights, stays a little after. But I will be out by 7. So I get to hang out a little bit here with y'all. And there's Monisha. Cheers, Monisha. And again, some of the channels we're mentioning here, you'll be able to, and this channel as well, you'll be able to see a lot of these types of videos. A lot of times I'll play them in real time, so you won't be able to spot them. And that's to help those develop their eyes for spotting these things. And there's been moments where I've also questioned myself if I see these things in real time. It seems like there's been some moments where I've seen something zip by, and it looks like a bug too. So question the next time you see a bug zip by, or what you think might be a bug. Keep an eye out. And so yeah, a little video clip there. Also, was it last night? Yeah, I think it was last night. Anyone notice? It was pretty foggy the other night. I was like, all right, let me record this in case anyone else gets fog out their way again. But
it's foggy, man. That's pretty normal.
Camera got blurry there too, but
I don't know.
Anyone else get fog the other night? Let me know. And that could just be our normal. Actually, the name of our town there has something to do with fog. So we normally do get fog in that area. But now with that strange fog that we had earlier this year, I'm like, anytime fog comes around, keeping an eye out. And let's see. This is one of the recent flyovers. I think this was the day before yesterday.
about? Almost missed that one. They're out and about. Almost missed that one. They're out and about. Almost missed that one. They're out.
Boom, right here. So I was like, you know what? Off the top of the head, I remember last year there were some pretty good UFO and airplane related situations that popped up. And off the bat, maybe some of you could remember some and share in the chat there. But who remembers the LaGuardia incident? And this made the news, and it was actually a pretty good video of a strange object zipping by pretty close to an airplane. A passenger was able to, it was a female passenger, I believe, was able to capture a really good video of it, and is, you know, zipping, seems to be zipping by at a high rate of speed. And there is video out there of this, and most of you probably seen it. And so yeah, you know, you got to not forget these moments. And I thought it was a good capture. Dr. Scheip over at Custodian Files did do a breakdown of this one. And that was last year, and I believe there was several more incidences last year as well. So I'm just touching on last year, like, because this you could go in deep. You could go from cases way back and find aircraft and UFO related cases, but it's still happening. And are these cases spiking up? I wonder, you know, with people with phones now and recording, a lot of social media, I think, and people becoming more aware of these objects, would that cause an intake of sightings and videos? And, you know, there's those out there that believe with AI taking over now that videos will be useless, which I beg to differ. I still love taking videos, watching videos. And of course, yeah, there's a lot of fake stuff out there, right? So, and of course, Wiki pulled up some UFO related aviation incidences. So there is some stuff you could look up. But I want to say there was another interesting one. Let's see. So this is, oh yeah, we got that old worlder there, the old capital. And I believe it might have been the commercial plane had near miss with UFO near New York. I don't think that's the LaGuardia incident. This might be a different one here, but that did pop up. And during the fires, if I'm not mistaken, there was also a report of pilots seeing, or no, it was during the drone incident. That's right. I believe off the coast of Oregon, there was a couple pilots that reported a sighting, and that made the rounds. I heard a lot of people mentioning that situation there. And I do have, let's see, there's an article somewhere. I believe this is it. Oh no, this is another one. UFO site. This is popular mechanics. UFO sightings are putting airline pilots in danger, but scientists have designated a groundbreaking solution. And so I was dipping into this a little bit. It's a good one, and I won't read it all to you because it gets pretty long there. But yeah, this gets into some of the similar objects we're explaining here. And so peep that out if you get a chance. And this one here was one we seen. Trying to see if I find that Oregon one. That one was I thought was a pretty good one. Uh, and I'm not exactly sure what part of Oregon off the coast there, but all right, we got another one here. Let's see. All right, I think this one's out of Turkey out of last year. Flights grounded at airport over mysterious UFO sighting. So that disrupted some airplanes there at that airport. And again, I could remember a lot of these types of reports where, at the airport they're seen, or here's Oregon. All right, Newsweek. Pilots told to maneuver around Oregon UFO in leaked cabin audio. Yeah, so there was audio to this, which is also interesting. Anytime you could get those types of receipts, right, kind of helps the case. And maybe some of you didn't hear about this, and I believe this was during the drone situation again. So we were having all this drone activity out in Jersey and in different states, and then some states here on the West Coast started reporting some of this activity, and then we had this report come in, and I believe it seemed to have been, they described it, I think, as an orange orb as well, but I could be wrong. Um, and again, just these objects being around planes makes me wonder, And the fast movers, I haven't been able to tell if you could spot them at night. So I wonder if they're active at night. And there's John P. What up, homie? Good to see you, John. Joao. Blessings to you, brother, and everybody else out there. And so, yeah, I've been really questioning what these objects are doing, how they're affecting things. Again, custodian file has noticed that they give off some sort of, he's got a K, what is it? a K-band meter or something like that, and it seems to be triggering that. And there's Jackie. Good evening, Jackie. We're just hanging at the shop here, talking about a few little things that are on the mind here, and a little news updates with stuff going on. There's, there's always things going on everywhere, and locally here, East LA, there's a lot of stuff happening here. We get a lot of reports from word on the street, and we've been using the Citizen app here. So check this one out, just for a quick example of, and again, it's bad news, but it's the reality. And yeah, that was just last night down the block here on Olympic. Someone got shot. So hopefully they're okay, and haven't heard the details of that situation there. But yeah, things popping all around here, all around the world. It's wild. So y'all get a grip out there, stay safe. And yeah, so much more going on. I talked about touching on the fires, more fires jumping off. There's these stringer channels that I watch on YouTube that go to uh, report sites and stream live and stuff. The other night there was again a couple of fires going on in, I believe it was like the Chinatown area, and then last on no a couple years back, 2023, there was a rash of arsonist fires there in the Chinatown area. And this one was a trip. The stringers there, checking out the firefighters, putting out this one fire, and he pans the camera, and right down the block a second fire is going off, and firefighters rush over to that one. So whoever, I would imagine whoever it was starting several fires there. So uh scary stuff. And I think they got to do with a gas can, but that's about it. I don't think they could do anything about that. There's no real proof of him starting fires. A lot of these people walk around with gas cans around here for their motor homes and stuff like that, their generators. And it's something we see here, very common. Good question there, Magneticus, and good evening. Magneticus always has the interesting questions. Maybe someone will answer that there. And interesting, you mentioned dragon egg. The dragons have been a topic. What is a year of the dragon? All this dragon stuff going on. There was a big display in China of drones again earlier this year. A big old dragon, and I believe it was disappearing up into a UFO. Did anyone see that? That was pretty interesting. I know Donut Factory featured that and was going in on all that and all the snake references, dragon references. We've been going in on dragons a little bit here and there. Uh, Conspiracies Are Us over on YouTube. His last two videos have been touching on the old world and these dragon gargoyles and stuff. And yeah, a lot of talk about dragons lately, especially pertaining to the old world. And we've been talking about the dragon cavern supposedly under LA. Made some connections there the other night. Well, possible connections there with the Legion Park and the Angelus temple structure we went to go visit. We did a little live stream. So if you missed that, check that out. Did little boots on the ground, which is it's I'm happy about. We've done some repairs on the truck here, and so I'm feeling a lot more comfortable about getting out. So we will be doing a lot more getting out here soon, and we will bring you along as much as possible, live and direct. And we're talking snakes here. MLB had a banger video today. Oh yeah, all right. My lunch break, doctor, right on. Yeah, we did. I did pull that up earlier and kind of had it playing in the background, and it was about I guess areas that they don't let the public in anymore, right? Those are always interesting. And speaking of old world and not letting the public into an area and live streaming, this one comes to mind. We did a old world exploration live from Pasadena over at the city hall there, which is a beautiful. It's one of my favorites as well. I got a lot of favorites, but it's a beautiful building there, City Hall, Pasadena, and there's several structures all around there. The reason why I went there because MLB, my lunch break, put me on to the whole. He did a whole thing on Pasadena, which I recommend. And yes, sir, Kent agreed with that. So I went to go check it out for myself and look at some of these buildings for myself, and to go explore and find other buildings that he didn't touch on because we know Pasadena is full of them, and I'm sure hence Old Town. Old Town Pasadena. Oh yeah. Super fun there. I like that area. And yeah, went to go check out the city hall, and then security popped up because there was a taped off area, and that's a thing. They say a lot of times you'll go to visit these areas, and there'll be sections that will be under construction, so-called under construction, or is it deconstruction? Ah, is the question. But yeah, I entered a zone where they had some cones, I think, and some yellow tape, and I think I went around it into this patio area, and security pulled up and was like, "Hey, you can't. You guys, who remembers that live? Got kicked out of there live on live. Yep, that was funny." And yeah, went to go check another area, found another construction taped off area. You can't come in here. So yeah, it seems to be a thing, and a lot of these theories I think seem to be true. I'm experiencing them, documenting them, and sharing those out. Glad you're hanging out tonight, Kent. I don't know who's on live right now, but we're gonna find out here in a minute. About to hit 6 o'clock. Been on for about an hour, and that is cool because I wanted to hang out with y'all today. And forgive me for missing any messages. It's really difficult to keep up with everyone's the chat, you know, trying to keep or keep a conversation here about whatever topics we might have in mind. And then the mind goes this way, that way, that way, that way. All these fun tunnels. And then we come back. What's popping tonight? Anything interesting going down tonight? Anyone going live themselves? Anyone posting any videos? Yeah, same here, Magnetic. Is actually last night was another one where I went to bed early, and it's kind of rare when that happens, and it's been happening lately. It's like these strange sleeping patterns. And I know that rest is important, so make sure y'all get it. Oh, movie night with Gerald and Chi over on Rumble. Yeah. Bro got the cleaning bug earlier today. He's been mopping and cleaning. He gets like that every once in a while. And then I clean my way, and we have a weird little cleaning relationship. There's Russell hanging. Did I say what's up earlier, Russell? Not sure if I did. But yeah, go. Let's check out some movies tonight. Get your popcorn and hang out over on Rumble with Gerald. And I think he's streaming that on straight on Rumble, I believe. Maybe there might be some YouTube merge in there. Yeah, we got to figure out how to get all these different platforms going. I'm still having a little trouble getting my stream key for TikTok. I heard TikTok has brought back their app for a lot of those that deleted it. I know some close dear fam of mine that deleted their app and were kind of bummed out, and now they got access to their account again. And I know some of you don't like TikTok, but hey, A lot of peeps over there having fun and sharing a lot of good stuff. And there's Tanya. What's up, Tanya? Cheers to you. Hope you're having a blessed evening. And glad everyone showed up. Hopefully you're hanging out for a bit, Tanya. We're about to jump off here. I'm about to let y'all go and do your thing. And I saw BMR's going on tonight, later tonight, 11. Hang on. We got something going on outside, y'all. All right. Looks like maybe someone could check this, but bro just called me outside and we got one of those tail trails and it looks like possibly was there one of Elon, Elon, did he just launch some rockets? Yeah, we got a little tail trail. Looks like those Falcon 9 rocket launches, SpaceX rocket launches that Elon he's shooting out at 6 o'clock. So maybe they did just do a. It's probably gonna be, if so, at a Vandenberg Air Force Base. We'll have to check the SpaceX uh, website and calendar there. All right, y'all. So we're gonna wrap it up right here at the shop. And who knows, we might pop in late tonight also. Never know. We'll see how the energy levels are. There's Dead Fish spinning some music. We're cutting and scratching earlier. Got that Mario Brothers beat, Coco Brothers. What's up? Yeah. So yeah, we did get a little practice in today. I've been doing that on the daily, getting the fingers back. And we'll be doing a lot more of the warming up and getting some mix downs, and we'll be having some fun eventually at some point doing some mixes. I still got some software I need to upgrade with, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to get some a music library again. I got one of my old computers I've been dragging around that I need some work done on. Girl. uh, and if we get that going, I think a bunch of my music might be in there, and maybe other videos and photos. I'm not sure, but I want to say yes. And yeah, once we figure out, we'll be having some jam sessions, some party nights, some mix party nights, different types of music, and figure out how we could pull it off and stream it. And hopefully that sounds good to y'all. Oh yeah. All right, y'all. Have a blessed rest of the evening. Might see you in a bit, and I'll probably see you in someone's chat. So that's that. One love, everyone. Let's see our outro. We need to figure out. So yeah, the transitions. I need to figure out how to do transitions here on Riverside. Yeah, we're streaming using Riverside. I think Riverside, and I think of the county here, crazy ass county of Riverside. All right. It's our outro, yo. Ooh, we got fast movers zipping by here, y'all. Duck. All right.